We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender, and it's all about the young police from Jamaica. Seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself. Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Blessed love, Rastafari.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, as you look at your LCD, yeah man, you will see to your right, that's all corrodes and corrobonkers. Criminal boy. Dirty. These are the deep men like him why I joined the police force. And it's men like him that I used to enjoy, meeting them face to face. Yes, and his name is Carlos Vassell. They call him 90. A killer from Concrete Jungle. He has blamed the killing of his sister and from his cell in prison, district prison, that he must kill George Pong for the death of his sister. That's the man to your right. His name is Carlos Vassell. They call him 90. He's from my community. And to the left, you see that man in the glasses and have on a ball cap. His name is Mark Baby Trump Golden. That's the opposition leader of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. And that's the man that wants to be Prime Minister for Jamaica. The man that's next to Mark Golden in that white shirt is a former labor rights activist who was around Desmond Mackenzie, who's now a close confidant of Mark Golden, and Rick Dick. Rick Dick is the man where you say the arrow that is pointing on. That is the man who's responsible for the carnage that's going on in my community, my place of birth, where I was born and raised. And everything that's where my neighbor's string was cut in Jonestown, Concrete Jungle. And the man's name is Ricardo Tyrrell. Yes, he lives in Camden County, New Jersey. And he travels between New Jersey to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where he conducts his drugs business. So this one is a drug dealer. And he's a very close friend of Mark Golden. As you can see, that's Mark Golden in his business place at Craigtown in his bar. But guess what? This is a man that cannot go back to Craigtown. He has moved all of his family from Jonestown, even his bedridden, one of his bedridden parents. This man is the epitome of evil. This man is a convicted drug dealer, robber, kidnapper, and rapist. Yes, that man. He is friends with Mark Golden. And from information received and obtained, this is the man that has been funding the movements of them trying to overthrow the Jamaican government from abroad. As you know that we were very, very integral in exposing them and their corrupt practices, including a former FBI man by the name of Wilfred Rattigan. So there's a YouTuber by the name of On The Spot Media. And we'd like to take this moment to express our deepest gratitude to On The Spot Media for its unwavering commitment to shedding light on the plight of the marginalized residents of Craigtown, Jonestown, Arnett Gardens, commonly referred to as Concrete Jungle. As you know, I was born and raised in Jonestown and Concrete Jungle and the neighboring communities. So, on the spot, investigative coverage on the ongoing violence in these areas has been both courageous and essential, bringing attention to a situation that has long been ignored by many. The tragic wave of killings in these communities cannot be discussed without addressing the political and criminal forces at play. It is with great concern that we highlight the role of opposition leader Mark Baby Trump Golden, who was tacitly, if not overtly, support these nefarious activities. His alleged backing of Ricardo Rick Dick Tyrrell, a deportee, convicted felon with disturbing criminal records, including robbery, rape, and kidnapping. The same PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, when they were in government, they cleaned this man fingerprint records, and now he's in the United States of America in the state of New Jersey, where he's about to receive his green card, resident alien card. So this raises serious question about the leadership and intention of Mark Baby Trump Golden. We know that this man is a violent producer, financier, and supporter. Tyrrell, that is Rick Dick, currently residing in Camden County, New Jersey, operates a network of illegal drug enterprises in Philadelphia. His operation not only fund his criminal empire, but also fuel violence that has terrorized the communities of Kingston 12. Rick Dick's influence extends beyond his physical presence in the U.S. He has reportedly orchestrated murders in these Jamaican communities from afar, working alongside with his local accomplice, Nine, who's currently incarcerated. Their sheer goal is to consolidate power under the so-called One Jungle Initiative, a sinister scheme aimed at unifying Jonestown, Craigtown, and Arnett Gardens under a single criminal umbrella, One Dan. Yeah, they want to do it like Tivoli Gardens. But the difference is that this will never happen in Jonestown or Concrete Jungle. Reason being, I can tell you that as a youth born and grown up that's in this community, what all of these men will do, because those who refuse to work with them with the One Jungle Initiative, all of them, what they will do, they will just come to one conclusion, that all of them are under the same umbrella, and then lower these men, Rick Dick and Nine, into the community, then send them straight to the departure lounge. Because whenever someone take a phone to you, a cell phone, and ask you whether or not you agree with the One Jungle Initiative or not, if you disagree, then the next thing is they send someone, one of their killers, to kill you and send you to the departure lounge. So this initiative, masquerading as a community effort, is nothing more than a ruthless bid to control, with devastating consequences for residents caught in the crossfire. Perhaps the most alarming aspect of this campaign is their active plot against prominent community figure George Pang and his son. Pang, known for his leadership and influence in the community, has long been a stabilizing force in the area. However, his resistance to One Jungle Initiative has made him a target. The conspiracies against him are not just an attack on his family, but also an assault on the very fabric of these communities, threatening to dismantle any semblance of order and safety. And the Spot News media has played a crucial role in exposing these dark undercurrents, holding those in power accountable, and giving a voice to the voiceless. In a climate where political figures like Mark Golden align himself with known criminals, killers, for personal gain. Platforms like on-the-spot news media serve as a beacon of truth and justice. His work reminds us of the importance of vigilance and the need for a collective action to reclaim our communities from those who seek to exploit and destroy them. The residents of these communities have voiced their deep appreciation for your relentless effort and unwavering dedication to uncovering the truth. They have expressed profound gratitude for the work you have done, acknowledging that everything you have highlighted thus far has been both accurate and insightful. Your fearless exposure of the senseless violence plaguing this era, violence that has claimed the lives of innocent residents, has resonated deeply with those who have directly affected. The people recognize that your platform has become a beacon of hope in a time when silence and complicity have allowed these atrocities to persist unchecked. By bringing these issues to light, you have provided a voice for those who have long been marginalized, living in fear and despair. The truth you have shared is a powerful weapon against the forces that perpetuate the cycle of violence, and your willingness to call out the individuals and systems responsible has not gone unnoticed. Your unyielding pursuit of justice and your commitment to holding perpetrators accountable have been described as a breath of fresh air in a community suffocated by corruption and crime. Residents are inspired by your courage and transparency, and they see you in a champion for truth, rights, and justice. They have urged you to continue your work, to keep shining a spotlight on the hidden corners where these heinous acts are planned and executed, publicly shaming those who wreak havoc on their communities. It's not just about exposing the wrongdoing, it's about restoring dignity and hope for those who have suffered far too long. Moreover, residents stand ready to support your mission, expressing a shared resolve to defend truth, to justice alongside you. They are committed to pushing back against the forces that threaten their peace and stability, understanding that change begins with awareness and accountability. Your efforts have ignited a sense of empowerment among the people, reinforcing their beliefs that a better, safer future is possible. In your work, they see a relentless advocate, a voice that refuses to be silenced, and a force for good that challenges the status quo. They hope that you will continue to be their ally, the truth teller, and their defender in this ongoing battle for justice. Together they believe that the tide can turn, and with your continued support, they are prepared to stand strong in face of adversity. What is unfolding in these communities is not a war in the traditional sense. It is a ruthless struggle for control. The violence and bloodshed are driven by a calculated effort to dominate these neighborhoods under the guise of One Jungle Initiative, spearheaded by Ricardo Rick Tyrrell and his accomplice, Carlos Basso, aka 90. Their strategy is as insidious as it is brutal. They exploit modern communication by delivering cell phones to key individuals within the communities. These calls come from in the ultimatum, align with their criminal enterprise or face deadly consequences. Refusal to support their agenda is met with swift and merciless retribution. Those who dare to resist or refuse to participate in the One Jungle Initiative are marked for death, silence before they can inspire others to defy this reign of terror. This is not merely a matter of localized gang activity. It is a systematic effort to enforce obedience through fear and violence, orchestrated by individuals with no regard for human life, and supported by Mark Golding, who is the opposition leader, a man who wants to become Prime Minister of Jamaica, a man who is supporting Rick Dick and Nine. Mark Golding is a man who have written a letter to the parole board asking that they parole this murderer, Nine Carlos Bussell. So what makes this situation even more alarming is the political backing it receives. Shockingly, this campaign of terror is allegedly supported by none other than Mark Babychump Golding, a man who aspires to the highest office in the land. His tacit endorsement of these criminal elements, whether through direct support or through willful ignorance, raises serious concern about his suitability to lead. How can someone who aligns himself with figures like Rick Dick and Nine, and who appear indifferent to the destruction of these communities, claim to have the nation's best interests at heart? Not only that, this is a man who has imported European behaviors onto the people of Concrete Jungle and Jonestown and Craigtown, telling them that the rectum is a sex organ. This is a man who promotes Rear Admiral behavior. This big belly white guy who was born in England. The residents of these communities deserve better. They deserve leaders who prioritize their safety and well-being, not individuals who enable the very forces that perpetuate their suffering. This is not about a political rivalry. It's about a moral responsibility of leadership. Mark Golding association with these criminals casts a dark shadow over his ambition and poses a dire threat to the future of these communities, and indeed, the country as a whole. This is not a war for territory or ideology. It is a battle for the soul of these communities, which my neighbor string was cut there. I am a resident of Jonestown. I was born there. I am a resident of Concrete Jungle. I used to live there. So it's about standing up against oppression, resisting those who seek to exploit and destroy, and holding those in power accountable for their actions. The residents have made it clear they will not be silenced, and they will continue to fight for truth, justice, and right to live without fear. Mark Golding is a threat to the people of Jamaica, especially my community. This is a violent man. This is a man who has no conscience, no decency, no humanity in him, no truthfulness. This is a man that's willing to burn down Jamaica and roll over the ashes. We as Jamaicans, those who have conscience and a sense of pride, loyalty and patriotism to Jamaica, must make sure that this British man go back to his country where he's from. This man doesn't share our culture. This man is not a Jamaican by birth. This man is an imposter, fraud, a liar and a con artist. Concrete Jungle and Jonestown, people, remember, this man is your biggest enemy. This is the man who have done nothing for you people, who disrespect you guys because you're poor and call you guys scums and scavengers behind closed door with Pebbles. The counselor, yes, the same counselor, Pebbles, the criminal organization counselor, who IQ is that of a 6-year-old. Jonestown and Concrete Jungle people, as a youth born and raised in the community, you can figure a way out how to defeat both men. Although they are out of sight, that doesn't mean out of mind. All of you can collaborate and pretend as if they have won and create a one jungle initiative, and then you guys know what to do. Just throw them right in. It's just like a rat trap. And then you'll be able to make the trap catch the rat. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.